The New York State Office of Victim Services, OVS, helps victims of crime throughout New York State. One way OVS helps is to administer the Federal Victims of Crime Act, VOCA, victim and witness assistance funds to not-for-profit and municipal agencies serving crime victims across the state. In the next few minutes, we'll explain how to complete a Fiscal Cost Report, commonly referred to as an FCR. This required report is due quarterly and on time. Programs must submit the FCR to be reimbursed for quarterly expenses. Remember, you should only include costs approved on the most current budget. You can start by downloading a blank FCR Excel document on our website, ovs.ny.gov/VAP, under the heading VAP Documents. You'll complete the summary page first and list the following information: grantee name, the contract number for which you're completing the FCR, the budget period, which is usually a year, the period covered by the FCR, which is the beginning and end date of the quarter, the reporting quarter, which would be 1, 2, 3, or 4, your current approved budget, both the OVS and match funds amounts, the program's quarterly expenditures and cumulative expenditures, the balance, and signatures. Signatures on the FCR are not necessary if you are requesting payment through Grants Gateway. Some of these entries, like the reporting quarter and grantee name, will automatically carry over to the next pages. Additionally, some of the amounts on the summary page will automatically calculate based on entries on the other pages or as a result of entries put into the summary page. On the salaries pages of the FCR, list the positions as they are titled on the approved budget, along with the name of the individual who is filling the position. Please list all the pay periods and other requested fields on the salaries page for each position together. For example, list all of the information for Advocate 1 before moving on to Advocate 2. The amount charged to OVS and the amount charged to match will autofill based on amounts entered in the gross pay chargeable to OVS and the percent of effort funded either by OVS or match funds. Now you'll move on to the fringe pages of the FCR. If your agency has a flat fringe rate, you'll just use a single line because all components would be encompassed in the flat fringe rate. For example, if your program has a 25% flat fringe rate and the total amount charged to OVS salaries was $10,000, you would just fill out one line indicating a 25% flat fringe rate and a $2,500 amount. If you have actual expenses, please list each component of fringe separately. Now you'll provide all of the information required for the contractual services, travel and training, furniture and equipment, space, and operating expenses pages of the FCR. If your program doesn't have expenses to claim for a certain category, for example, rent, utilities, and maintenance costs, you can skip that page. To explain it further, if you're only claiming reimbursement for salary and fringe for the quarter, those would be the only two tabs you would need to complete in addition to the summary page. You'll find that there are 2 extra tabs at the end. You should complete the furniture and equipment inventory form if you purchase new furniture or equipment with OVS funds, and you should include the current purchase as well as all similar inventory purchases with OVS funds over the past 5 years. Meanwhile, the decal form needs to be completed for any equipment purchases over $1,000 of OVS funds. That concludes the training for completing the FCR. Thank you for watching. Look out for our additional training on FCR documents to know what you'll need to submit with your form. Please reach out to your contract manager with any questions. For more information about OVS, visit ovs.ny.gov.